Welcome to the Babs Micheal Show.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of the Babs Micheal Show. Thank you for consistently following, and I'm glad to have you to be part of this family. So in this episode, we're just going to be having a brief discussion, and it's going to be motivational, it's going to be instructive, and it's going to be directive, So just make sure you see this video to the end. Just follow me through. I'm going to be analytical with what I'm saying, and I'm going to be illustrating with basically what happened just a few days ago. The headline was everywhere: Manchester United versus Arsenal. So I'm going to be talking about life tactics. I'm going to be looking at a lesson from that match and put it into life tactics so that we can understand what are the tactics that we can win in life with. Typically with illustration from Arsenal versus Manchester United. So initially, before the commencement of that match, it was clear that Arsenal is expected to win Manchester United. So basically, sometimes the way you are, life is expected to win over you. People have judged and concluded that you cannot probably go far, you cannot win in life, you cannot achieve your dreams. Basically, that is the same thing. So I'm going to be analytical, like I said. I'll pick some situations from the football match and put it into life. The match we are playing now is the game of life. How do you win the Arsenals of your life? How do you win the doubters of your life? How do you win those that have been defined winners already in your life? How to become successful academically? How to become successful in your business? How to become successful in your finances? When you have been judged and concluded from your past scenarios, what has happened to you in the past? So Manchester United have been judged based on how they've been going over the years. And they said, no, you can't win Arsenal. Arsenal is on top of this life. The first thing that transformed Manchester United is a change of coach. So sometimes you could first ask yourself, where do you get counsels from? Where do you get advice from? Who are your counselors? Who are your mentors? Sometimes your mentors coach you based on what is applicable to them. And there are some principles that are not general. Some principles are general. Some principles are bound to your life based on how life is. I can't tell you as a mentor and say the best time you can ever read to study in your life is 10 a.m. in the morning. That could be working for me, but it might not work for you. So it's going to be wrong for me as a mentor to instruct you and say the best time to read is 10 o'clock. The best business you can do is this business. That business might work for me from research. It might not be the best for you. That's why as a protege, you see the works of a mentor. You learn from them. Practically, you will know. That is why the best guidance that you can get things clearly from is from the Holy Spirit. You cannot take that off, even as a layman person. But, as a Christian I am, I'm going to be specific about that because that's the guidance. So when you get some things, you can diversify, you can differentiate. I remember when I wanted to start a college sometimes ago, I spoke with a mentor who said, no, you cannot be successful. You can't do it. Some people are ahead of you doing it. It's too late for you. But I knew my vision. But I learned from that conversation what I know I need to learn. I learned. That is why wisdom, even as a person, you need to develop yourself by studying, making research. That will make you sound. So when mentors advise you, you know what is applicable. You don't just become like somebody that have no direction. That is the definition of mentor to you. So coach. So Carrick that came on board for those that understand football, we know that there's a change of coach in Manchester United. He came on board. He changed the tactics to the strength of the player. So there are some things that are your strength. It is not your coach's strength. The initial coach was playing on his own strength. I want to play a system 3-3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. But that system won't work for them. So they struggled all through. It doesn't mean the coach is wrong, but he's just trying to say this is the best way I can advise you based on what I've been winning with. So if you hold on to that, you might not be successful. So Manchester United ended struggling with it. So you might have been listening to advice, do this way, do this way. I have been trying that you're not successful. That's the first thing to win in life. You need to change your coach or sieve what you hear. Even if you're changing your mentor generally, sieve what you hear from mentors. So the new coach that came in now work on their strengths. So a good mentor will identify your strengths and help you to build your direction with your strengths. With that, you have a confidence to win in life. It is that confidence Manchester United took into that team and played against Arsenal and they won. So number one life tactics is the strength of a protege is more important than the strength of a mentor. So you need to look at your strength, and as a mentor, you're a coach, please make sure your protege strengths are being considered before you give them instructions or directions in life. Now, number two, I call number two opportunities. How do opportunities come? Opportunities come from the friendship you have built. So this year, if you're not building the right friends, you have to build it. So there's an act that make you win in life. Having the right set of friends, because they will share opportunities with you. Look at Manchester United. They have built a bond. You can see assist. Bruno will always be giving passes to players to score. In the previous time, Bruno will give them pass. They will not score. What happened now? People still respect Bruno. Do you know that they still say Bruno is creating chances? Chances might not be a win, but chances confirm that opportunities are available. When you now use the opportunities to win, it becomes a goal. So friends will give you opportunities. The right set of friends, the right set of people you click with. So you have to build that clicking. It is not just having friends without contributing in their life. They will not give you opportunities. You have to build that chemistry. You see the present chemistry in the Manchester United team, off and on the field. You see somebody posts, Bruno will post, all of them will write, comment, they will play like that. How many of your friends do you even support virtually online? When they post something, you ignore. You don't even want them to see likes or comments. You don't support them. You don't encourage what they're trying to do. And you want them to share opportunities with you. That is missing. When you connect with somebody, you create favor. So, if for example now, I have a lot of proteges around me. If I have 3 gifts to give out, I know the top 3 proteges that will give. The proteges I know that they're extremely supportive. They're extremely being part of my vision. They're trying to see that I win. But I have proteges that might not be totally in that. So if I'm looking for somebody to favor, I'll favor them ahead. It's normal. That's why favor is not luck or favor is not chance. You prepare for favor. You can find a way to get favor. We're gonna discuss that on Spirit of Excellence sometimes ago about favor. So you see that there's a chemistry. So Bruno is not giving passes, people are scoring. Bruno is getting assists. He's presently having 10 assists in the Premiership, and people are scoring. So you build a chemistry with your friends by supporting them. All that you see how they are doing. Somebody do better, all of them will comment, they will greet, family this, they will share pictures, repost. But how do you do that to your friends? I want to get opportunities from them. So you need to be intentional to get favor and opportunities from your friend. When you get the opportunities from your friend, you hit the goal. You don't play with the opportunities. Now, what happened before? The third one, I'm just going to speak on 3 tactics and I'm done. The first one I've told you, your coach and your mentor, the advice you get from your coach, you need to sieve it. Or if you need to change your coach and get a mentor that can help you the more, you need to do that. Number 2, I just mentioned what I call opportunities that come from friendship. So you got to build that kind of friends, but you have to be supportive to your friends before they can give the opportunity. We have seen a case of matches, they said, some people intentionally don't pass to some people. That means out of the field, they don't like them. Out of the game point, the game of life, they even like them because they have not seen them. So if you want to get those people closer, what do? You show support and love to them off the field. When you start showing support and love for your friends, they start thinking about you. You are opening door for favor. So when you get to the stage, they know, I'm going to give this guy a pass, I need to score. They give them. Then the third thing is, how do you now score in life? You must have a vision ahead of you. You must start there to go. People can give you opportunities and you waste it if you don't have a direct plan. So you see Bruno give passes to former players, they don't score. And when we give you opportunities that you are not scoring, they lose confidence in you. Say, I've told you to do this, you didn't do it. I asked you to do it, you didn't do it. They stop giving you opportunities, then you stop winning. But when they give you opportunities, you nail it. They give you the more. For the past few matches, Kuma, Dogu get passes, they score. Mboma, Kuma, Dogu, Mboma. You can even see that on social media rhymes now. What am I saying? And everything is coming through Bruno. There is belief in those 3, and they will consistently give you opportunities. And what is your aim now is to go. You must be strategic. So they can give you pass and you miss it. But it is not about it. It must be strategic. It's not everything you score. Mbromo miss goals, but he tried again and he made some happened. So some opportunities given might not work well, but it is your reaction to it. You see some of them, the communication. Bruno will say, why? You say, oh, I'm sorry. It's not arrogancy. So then they give you opportunities, you didn't make it. Clarification to those who gave the opportunities. So you must understand that these are principles. It is applicable in sport, is applicable in life. So you need to hit the goal. They give you opportunities, don't procrastinate. Hit the goal. Clear vision of how to get there. Hit it, bam, and you begin to win. That's what Manchester United did. The life will come, shattered, different thing. You don't let the life affect you. The player that want to score did not allow the noise. If you look at the stadium, Manchester fans shouting. The player facing is not interested about the noise. He's interested about the mission. So let nobody, they are discouraging you, telling you cannot win in life. You are hearing it every time, everything. But begin to ignore them and focus on your winning this year. It's that goal. Let the net shake. Then Arsenal will be defeated. And people that have felt you cannot win in life, they say, wow, you did it. These are the 3 acts I just want to share with you. Get that thing right. You need to have a coach or mentor. If you don't have one before, get one today. Get one this year. Be consistent. Get advice. Get counsel. Then after that, you need to get opportunities by building friendship, supporting your friends. You need to support them offline, anywhere, anywhere. That is how you get favor from people. People want to get from support them. Some people just meet. I've had Portuguese just join. I want to be a mentor. The first thing they do is to ask me for money. That's the failure. First thing of having a conversation with somebody, you can get money easily when you have penetrated somebody's life by supporting, by appreciating. You just ask about the money, and that is out of it. So they come in, build that chemistry, be support. I don't need to wait to give some people money. I don't need to wait to encourage some people when they are in need because they are part of it. You just come from anywhere, give me. You're losing it. Create that friendship, support them year and year. You know it's always easy for you to support people that you don't even know. It's always like that. I'm telling you, there are times I share videos like this in somewhere, people are not happy to see that because I'm doing something big. It's the outsiders that will love it, that will share it and repost. I was sharing a group. Strangers will come and say, please give me your YouTube channel, let me subscribe. Others we ignore because they don't want to see that you are doing something good. And that's the same thing. It happened naturally. So when the scripture says a prophet is not honored in his place, it's like a natural thing. It just happened. So you find out that those people can easily see videos from somewhere else, comment project from somewhere else, business from somewhere here, and show interest. People that they don't know. But people that you know, you find out that you just ignore because you basically don't want them to win in life, or you just become normal. Of recent, one of the top, I'm not calling him top interviewer because he's a Nigerian that will make empty people great. When I say empty, I put it in quotes. Because it depends on what do they have to offer. There are some places that people that will glorify in Nigeria cannot be recognized because they lack content. So one of the interviewers was trying to interview somebody and was saying rubbish. And everybody was like, yeah, because it's not sound. But the other things that we think is, well, everybody's saying, and everybody's complaining, but who are those following and commenting and hailing? It is still the same people. The same people support the rubbish, but the same people is not feeling to say it's not well. But it is bulk of the population that also supported that. Bulk of the people that are saying, oh, it's not sound. That's the same way. We'll leave people that are making sense around us, we'll leave them away and run after people that are not making sense that I don't even know. But you push them. And when they get on top, they'll feel they have it, but they don't have it. So you have people around you, support them one way or the other. Then from there, you can get that opportunities. And finally, winning life is to hit targets, hit the goals, score that goals. The goal of the week, go score it. The goal of the month, go score it. The goals of this year, go and score it. With this, you'll be able to win in life. Thank you for listening. I remain your Babs Micheal. I'm going to see you in the next episode. Don't forget, it is the Babs Micheal Show, and we are always here to get the best out of us in terms of motivations, in terms of informations, and in terms of other things. Bye-bye for now. Take care. Go and win. I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for watching the Babs Micheal Show. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social media. See you next time.